Hello everybody, it's Gary Stuckey with Real Music. Have you been hearing the story about Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue? And he apparently hasn't been able to play bass that well, and he didn't play on the first 4 albums of Motley Crue. Bob Rock was on an interview with Chris Jericho. Yeah, he said that Nikki said he couldn't remember playing. He thinks somebody came in and replaced all his parts. And then he said something like he was jamming one day, getting ready for the Dirt movie that they were making, and he said he sounded pretty good. He'd been taking lessons for 5 years. Then he went back and made a statement saying that that's not true. It didn't sound like what he had said. He said that Nikki can play bass. All that's not true. And I'm trying to soak all this in because you hear all these stories and so much has been said. And all that went down with Mick Mars and Nikki Sixx. He's Mick Mars, of course, of Motley Crue, was ousted, and then he said that the band had pre-recorded tapes on stage, and he didn't want to do that anymore, so he left. And then Mick Mars is friends with famous drummer Carmine Appice, and Carmine is not a fan of Nikki's, and he's been saying that Nikki hasn't been playing bass and things like that. So it just sounds kind of interesting to me that Carmine's been saying that. And that's been the rumor for a while, that Nikki can't play that well and the bass tracks on stage and things like that. And everybody's been talking about it, And now this comes out with Bob Rock, but now he's saying that's not true. It just kind of makes you think about some things, So if it wasn't true, why was it said? And why are all these allegations coming out? That he couldn't play, And then a couple of days ago, Carmine Appice posted this on Twitter. And it says, "I rest my case regarding Nikki Sixx, Carol Kaye." And of course, Carol Kaye is the most prolific bass player in pop and rock music. She's played with everybody. So did Carol Kaye play bass in place of Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue? So why would Carmine make these allegations? Well, he's been talking about Nikki for a while. Nikki called him a washed-up drummer. So it's been kind of going back and forth. I'm not saying any of these accusations are true. I'm just laying out what has been said. But to me, it doesn't look good for Nikki Sixx if he's got all these people coming out against him not being able to play. And the simple fact that Bob Rock actually admitted it on an interview, but then kind of went back. But the fact that he had to take lessons, for 5 years, it just kind of, I don't know, makes you think. But it would be nice to hear the ultimate truth about the matter. But maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And always remember to keep the music real.